Hey everyone, it's AK here and welcome back to the channel. Now the long-awaited ZKsync airdrop has finally arrived after 2 years of anticipation and farming. There's been a lot of hype around this considering the significant investments made into it. There's also been a bit of controversy as well, as a lot of people did not make the eligibility to be able to claim these tokens. Now in today's video, I'm going to talk about briefly what ZKsync is, and then following that, I'll talk about the airdrop details and how you'll be able to be eligible for this, the snapshot and eligibility, so there's different criteria for this. And then following this, I'll talk about the token value and the market reaction, how to be able to check your allocation, and then also I'll talk about briefly some of the criteria and my thoughts on this. There's also the official documentation which explains it all. Now let's get started into the video. Now what is ZKsync? ZKsync is a powerful scaling solution designed to address Ethereum's scalability and cost challenges while maintaining its core principles. As we all know, Ethereum's transaction fees are so high that, especially when it becomes congested, people are looking to pay about $50 or $100 or even more, especially when it's so busy and trying to transact to make a purchase or want to try to make a transaction on a DeFi or anything like that. And it can be very frustrating and it puts people off. So ZKsync, as many other layer 2s, solves this problem and it enhances Ethereum's performance without compromising its security and decentralization. Now, let's go on to the airdrop details. Now, the ZKsync Association announced a one-time airdrop of 3.675 billion ZK tokens to early users and adopters of the protocol. So people who have transacted on the ZK era network and also the ZK ZKsync Lite were able to be eligible for these tokens, and they wanted to say it was represented for 17.5% of the total supply of 21 billion tokens. Now the airdrop tokens will be claimable starting from next week until January 2025. So you still got a bit of time. There's no rush into this. However, if you are looking to try and sell as soon as possible, or maybe you want to sell some of the allocation, like 50% of it, and then keep the rest of it as a moon bag, you can always do that whilst you use the protocol. Now, it will be distributed to 695,232 eligible wallets. Now, 7 million people have transacted onto the ZKsync network and they were thought they were eligible for this. And unfortunately, not many have. And this has caused a bit of controversy within the community. And many people felt that the ZKsync team have not been transparent on how to be eligible for this. And they wanted some clarification on this. And this has made them a bit upset. And they went over in X and basically shared their thoughts about it. So they might explain why this is, or they might try to give a bit, shed some light on the reasons behind it all. However, they wanted to try and basically sieve out all the Sybil, the people who are Sybil wallets are the ones that have played the system, or they've used bots to be able to try and bypass this and try and allocate as much possible on the airdrop. So they managed to sieve this out on what they've said. Now, what they said about the snapshot and eligibility. The snapshot date was March 24, 2024, and any interactions after this date are not eligible for the airdrop. The token distribution aims to reward real people first, this is what they say, and prioritizing community members over investors and the Matter Labs team, which sounds really good. And that's to help people, to help the community and support them. So it just shows how decentralized they are. Now, the token value and market reaction at the moment, the token pre-market value is around 50 cents, but is currently experiencing some volatility. This is likely due to the dissatisfaction among those who did not receive the allocation and some confusion about the qualification process. Now, I'm going to show you how to be able to check your allocation. Now, to be able to check your allocation, what you need to do is, now I want to give you my personal opinion overall with this. In my opinion, the criteria for the airdrop weren't entirely clear. Now, the eligibility, as you can see over in this table, it shows that people who've contract interactions, like I did, who interacted with at least 10 non-token smart contracts on ZKsync were eligible. Paymaster activity, so who used the Paymaster for at least 5 transactions on ZKsync era, you got 1 point for that. being a token trader, so you need to at least traded on 10 different distinct ERC20 tokens. Some have argued to say, well, a lot of these tokens are not valuable. Why would I need to hold all of them? So that was a bit unsure about that. The DeFi liquidity provider, which I was managed to get an allocation for, holding the NFT of the Libertas Omnibus, ZKsync Lite activity, and then being a Gitcoin donor. Now, personally, it seems like Gitcoin donors received higher allocations compared to those who merely interacted with the protocol, and I felt that's a bit unfair compared to, like, I didn't manage to get an allocation for this. However, I am happy that I managed to get an allocation overall, but I can see why some people have been unhappy with this. But congratulations to everyone who have received this. I'm happy that you've managed to get this, and there is value into this, and potentially I do think ZKsync is a very good hold for the long term, especially within Ethereum. I want to thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Also, feel free to comment with your thoughts on the airdrop. Until next time, take care.